what's going on, YouTube? This is Deontay with Danny and Deontay After Dark. And I'm back with a new video. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and when you hit that subscribe button, make sure you ring the notification bell so you get all notifications on all new content that we drop on this channel. Most of all, don't forget to share. Share the content. That'd be great. If you want to donate to the channel, if you look in the description of the channel, the link is posted right there in the description of the channel. It's been a long few weeks in Cincinnati. A long couple of weeks in Cincinnati, Ohio. You know, I was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't live there anymore, but I still got ties. I got children in Cincinnati. Adult children and some young. But what the hell is going on in Cincinnati? What is really going on? I've never seen something so sickening in Cincinnati. So, I grew up in the West End, Lincoln Courts. So, the week of November 3rd, a young kid was gunned down. Left a community grieving. Family, friends, the entire community left grieving. This child was only 11 years old. It was gunned down in a mass shooting. A mass shooting in the West End, Cincinnati, Ohio. The West End. You know, my heart goes out to the family and to the community. Most of all, his mother and his father. You know, it's sad. We grew up there, and a lot of my friends, who I am happy to call friends today, we all grew up there. It was family oriented when we grew up there in the West End. We never seen stuff like this, where juveniles ages 12 through 15 were also shot and hurt, wounded, and another victim was a 53-year-old woman. Now, most of them have been released from the hospital, except one teen who still remains in critical condition. The funeral was held for this child, whose name is Dominic Davis, on November 10th. It's sad. It's really sad. And somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. If you're friends with this sick individual that carried out this heinous act against children, I don't know who was targeted or what was behind this, but these were babies. These were children that were outside playing, doing normal children things, having normal children activities. And from what I've read, there was a dark color sedan that pulled up and fired 22 shots. Where is the morality? Where is the humility? Where is the empathy? Where's the sympathy? I mean, is it just non-existent anymore? Who in the hell opens fire on a group of children? Or if you were targeting someone else, why in the hell would you open fire where it's children playing? What happened to the day where people can just work their problems out like men? Or take it to the street, throw on some boxing gloves, y'all throw some blows, at the end y'all shake hands and move on. What happened to that day? It's just not there anymore. No, everybody's scared to take an ass whooping. Excuse my language. I've been working on myself. I ain't all the way there yet, but I'm working. But people are scared to take ass whoopings. Everybody's so quick to pick up a damn gun. And I'm going to get a little raw with this. You know, because it's sickening, man. These people, these guys, and this generation is so quick to go pick up a fucking gun instead of working out their problems in another way. I mean, I listen to people talk. You know, I'm very transparent. You know, I keep track of a lot of stuff. Don't engage with these people personally, but I just listen to people talk. You sit and listen, you learn a lot about people. I listen to people talk about, you can, if you a real one if you can grab a chopper and go chop somebody down. What? That don't make you real, man. If you out here robbing and taking hits and all this and that, and you out here in the streets, I mean, why is this stuff glorified? And I see it worse in our community. It's worse in our community. It's us. It is us, man. It's us. I'm going to say it again. We are fucking worse. We are the fucking worst. And y'all wonder why. Law enforcement do what they do. And fear for their lives and traffic stops and stuff like that. You wonder why. It's the energy y'all put out there. Nobody has a sense of accountability anymore. Everybody's out doing them. Don't care about who's watching, what kind of children are looking up to you, what effect this has on someone's mom, someone's dad, someone's sister, someone's brother, aunt, uncle, friends in this case. What I'm hearing, this child was a great child. School, miss him. This child had teachers. A mother. This is someone's son, man. Someone's baby. And not to mention the other children that were injured. And someone knows who did this. Someone knows. And it's fucked up. Y'all won't come forward and give a damn name. It's fucked up. I ran into one of my old schools. I happened to be in the city this past week. Hadn't seen him in about maybe 5, 6, 7 years. He recognized me, even though I got full beard and stuff now, but he was like, man, did you hear about my... Yeah, man. He said, now, if that was me, you can call me a snitch or call me whatever you want. I'm giving up. I'm pointing them. I'm giving up a name. That was a damn baby. He didn't deserve it. You know, I understand why law enforcement come down on some people the way they do. Now, not all deserve to be came down on like that. But some of y'all need to be checked. Y'all need to have y'all face thrown in the dirt. Y'all need to be bumped around a little bit, knocked upside the head, maced, and some other kind of cruel form of punishment, because this was heinous. This was sickening. Some of y'all need to be ordered around by law enforcement. You need to be roughed up a little bit. That seems to be the only ones that keep y'all in check. A white man with a badge and a gun. Because y'all ain't listening to the elders of the community. Y'all just not. Y'all won't listen to an OG like me. Y'all just won't. But y'all listen to that white man as soon as he tell you to pull the hell over, come out with your hands up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all some soft ass niggas. I mean that. This community needs prayer. This family needs prayer. I'm reading here. It's saying it's been so quiet. No kids are outside. And who could blame any of these parents for keeping their kids inside, especially when something like this happened? This is down in the west end of Cincinnati between Wade and Jones Streets. And it's sad, you know what? My cousin, Derek Turnbow, has a street named after him in the vicinity of this neighborhood, the West End. If y'all know the story of Derek Turnbow, he was 17 years old, Taft High School, Cincinnati, Ohio. Fight broke out, and he was an innocent bystander. This is why I tell people too, these kids, when something going on, just go the other way, separate, don't be around, and fight break out, don't draw to the fight. But he was there, and individual drew a weapon. Individual took off running, and somehow he got pushed in the direction when a weapon was fired, and he got hit. Not the person that it was intended for. Paralyzed him from the neck down. And he succumbed to his injuries about a year after that. You know, he was in the hospital being treated. Couldn't breathe on his own. He has slowly started improving. Had started breathing on his own just a little bit. Was able to go without a trach for a little while. Was starting rehabilitation. And all of a sudden he succumbed to the effects of the gunshot. You know, when you paralyze, it's a lot on the body. It's a lot. But y'all do all this in this neighborhood. And that goes for any neighborhood. You know, this is not the place for that. Cincinnati's slowly growing. I see a lot of gentrification. I don't agree with all that to the fullest, but it is what it is. I understand, though. I understand why they gentrifying a lot of these neighborhoods, because y'all don't know how to treat shit. Y'all don't. You got people stagnant in their conditions. They're not looking to improve. They just looking to stay. And keep up BS. All these big time, you know what I'm saying, shot callers, and we gonna keep it clean for YouTube. They ain't doing nothing for the community. Ain't doing a damn thing. Just looking to be seen. looking for more hoes. I'm just being transparent. Ain't nobody thinking about the Lord. Nobody's thinking about Christ. Nobody's thinking about anything. Nobody's thinking about setting an example, leading these kids in the right direction, keeping these kids focused on God. None of them are. It's all just a community of slum leading everybody into hell. Seriously. Don't get me wrong. You got some good people in the community. But the ones who are in position to really make change and bring about change, invest, they ain't really thinking about nobody but theyself. Quick to stun on Facebook and social media about they doing this, they doing that. I got this, I got that. But nobody doing book bag drives. Nobody's doing donations to these kids. Nobody's doing any community events to get these kids active and engaged in more positive things. And it's sad. Even I myself, when I'm not occupied, I'll reach back out and do something for a child. I can't do it all. I got 10 of my own. But in the event that I can, I will give back. If we had people come together and put your money together and get these kids active into something, you would see less of this kind of stuff going on. We had more programs available to these kids. We would see less of this going on. We taught these kids how to really show respect, show love, show empathy. It will really help. We had all these programs back in the 80s and the 90s when we were taught to respect each other. Not everybody caught on, but majority of us did. Not everybody caught on, but a lot of us did. And a lot of us now are productive citizens. We're not out here wreaking havoc. I hope that if you're in your 40s, you're not out here still wreaking havoc. I hope. It's crazy, man, to hear and see this kind of stuff going on. The West End has the highest amount of shootings in Cincinnati right now. A hot damn mess. A hot mess. Then y'all wonder why. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I hope that we can see some change pretty soon. I hope that we can get some programs for these kids set up. Hope these parents become more engaged with these kids. These parents need to be held accountable too. We got parents of this generation that's just too busy trying to be their kids' friends. You got mama bear syndrome. You can't tell a kid shit. Can't discipline these kids. When you say something to them, the mama want to jump in and correct you, but she ain't correcting the damn child. And that's the problem. These little fuckers are spoiled. And baby. And you wonder why they grow up and go off and some BS happen. He was a good kid. He's a good child. He was a good boy. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's why. So I understand this. If we can reach one, teach one, you will see a difference in the community. You start to see a difference. Now, another thing that was brought to my attention this past week was the discovery of a dismembered body in South Fairmount in Cincinnati, Ohio. Of a woman. It's been a pickup in disappearances of women in Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't know if they got some human trafficking going on or what. I don't know what's going on. But I had went on the website for CPD to take a look at the missing persons in Cincinnati. And it was shocking to see how many people was on there. It was men and women, but it was shocking to see that the ages of the girls. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they don't put this out on the news like that. I know people share things on Facebook when someone's missing. But you don't really see a lot of these people making the news. Now I'm looking at this here on the WKRC's website, the Cincinnati Enquirer's website, sorry. This was during a press conference November 7th, 2023. The Hamilton County Coroner, Dr. Samarco, and the police chief, they were speaking about the remains that were found dismembered in North Fairmount. Now, the death of the woman whose remains were found dismembered Sunday in a wooded area of North Fairmount has been ruled a homicide. While investigators have some idea as to how the woman was killed, details that weren't shared during a press conference Tuesday afternoon, they are still working to identify her. According to Hamilton County Coroner, Dr. Samarco, the discovery came Sunday morning after a passerby stumbled upon the remains on the hillside of Baltimore Avenue. The remains recovered from the scene weren't enough to identify the woman. Samarco said, noting she also lacked distinguishing tattoos, birthmarks, or scars. The coroner declined to detail what remains were left behind, but she did say there weren't enough remains for investigators to check fingerprints or dental records. Further complicating the investigation, the woman's body was also found without clothes or jewelry. Samarco said the woman was black, about 5 feet tall, between 120 and 125 pounds, and estimated to be in her late 20s or early 30s. There were also signs that the woman could have been a mother. Investigators believe the woman was killed sometime Friday night or early Saturday. It remains unclear whether she was killed in the same location where her remains were discovered. Samarco said the case is particularly challenging because investigators have so little to work with. This is crazy. So this person dismembered this woman so bad that the investigators barely have anything to work with. Samarco can remember at least 4 dismemberment investigations in her roughly 12 years as a coroner. In previous cases, there had been at least some indication as to who the victim was. It's possible the woman could be from outside Greater Cincinnati. We're not even sure how far to look, Samarco said. Somebody must be missing her. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Y'all need to be careful. watch our surroundings. This is the stuff I've never, out of my 40 plus years, I have never heard something this crazy. It's this back-to-back crazy news. It's insane. And it's sickening. It's scary. It's scary. And I was thinking about moving back to Cincinnati. And I'm like, I'm all right. But yeah, I would say pray for my city. Keep Cincinnati in your prayers. Keep the family of the young kid who lost his life in your prayers. They definitely need it. Definitely need it. Take care of each other. I'm just lost for words right now with everything that's going on. If anybody has any clues to anything, Cincinnati police or Crime Stoppers can be reached at area code 513-352-3040. Again, area code 513-352-3040. I can only do so much from my end. But, somebody need to come forward with some information about both these cases. It's sad. It's sad for real. If somebody knows something. But that's all I got to say. I'm out of here. Peace. For more content, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.
Bye.